all the scum that weren't welcome in the Ragged Flagon.
You just fall enjoy that. Quit sitting there wheeling and dealing when you could be out there making a heck of a lot more coin. We could use someone with your skills.
Oh, thanks for the compliment, Delvin. I may just take you up on that one day.
Huh. I suppose I can work with your faith. After all, the sculptor cannot always choose the finest clay. All right, then. Speak quickly. I have not always been a ragged beggar. I learned my art from the masters of the art of flesh sculpture. I studied with the faculty of chirurgeons and cloud rest. I walked with the hollow-faced men of Notahogra for 3 years. I count the nobility of both the Empire and the Dominion among my clients. And yet, I have fallen so low that I must justify myself to a wanderer in the sewers of this backwater of the world. Until next time.
What's going on between you and Brynjolf?
How dare you? After all we've been through together?
Job's done and you even brought the gold. Best of all, you did it clean. I like that. Dumping bodies and keeping the guards quiet can be expensive.
So quit worrying.
Well done. And it would seem I owe you something in return. Here you go. I think you'll find these quite useful. Judging from how well you've handled those shopkeepers, I'd say you've done more than simply prove yourself. We need people like you in our outfit. That's the spirit. Larceny's in your blood, the telltale sign of a practiced thief. I think you'll do more than just fit in around here. What's on your mind? We've run into a rough patch lately, but it's nothing to be concerned about. Tell you what, you keep making us coin, and I'll worry about everything else. Fair enough? Now, if there are no more questions, how about following me and I'll show you what we're all about? Let me show you the operation. Then you can ask your questions.
Fenrir too high.
Welcome to my channel.
Welcome to my channel.
What of it? So, is it true bandits get, real friendly with the wildlife? You're an idiot. Mercer, this is the one I was talking about. Our new recruit.
This better not be another waste of the guild's resources, Brynjolf. Before we continue, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. If you play by the rules, you walk away rich. You break the rules and you lose your share. No debates, no discussions. You do What we say, when we say. Do I make myself clear? Good, then I think it's time we put your expertise to the test.
Wait a moment. You're not talking about Golden Glow, are you? Even our little Vex couldn't get in.
You claim this recruit possesses an aptitude for our line of work. So, let her prove it. Golden Glow Estate is critically important to one of our largest clients. However, the owner has suddenly decided to take matters into his own hands and shut us out. He needs to be taught a lesson. Brynjolf will provide you with the details.
Mercer, aren't you forgetting something?
Some better story, Pipper.
Yes. Since Brynjolf assures me you'll be nothing but a benefit to us, then you're in. Welcome to the Thieves Guild.
Welcome to the family, lass. I'm expecting you to make us a lot of coin, so don't disappoint me. Simple. Do as you're told and keep your blade clean. We can't turn a profit by killing. You should talk with Delvin Mallory and Vex. They know their way around this place, and they'll be able to kick some extra jobs your way. Oh, and talk to Tanelia in the Flagon. She'll set you up with your new armor. Golden Glow Estate is a bee farm. They raise the wretched little things for honey. It's owned by some smart-mouthed wood elf named Arengoth. We need you to teach him a lesson by burning down 3 of the estate's hives and clearing out the safe in the main house. The catch is that you can't burn the whole place to the ground. That important client Mercer mentioned would be furious if you did. The guild depends on an arrangement of influential people to keep things running smoothly. Without them at our backs, we'd be in serious trouble. Maven prefers Arengoth remains alive, but if he tries to stop you from getting the job done, kill him. The guild has a lot riding on this. Don't make me look foolish by mucking it up. Golden Glow Estate brought in a mountain of gold for the guild. You could almost call it our sweetest deal. Then out of the clear blue, Arengoth stopped sending us our cut. Mercer was, well, angry to put it kindly. So we send in Vex and find out he's hired a bunch of mercenaries to guard the place. Aye. Arengoth sent the city guard packing and fortified the entire island. In fact, Vex barely made it out of there alive. You should talk to her about it before you go. They're built like small fortresses to resist the weather, but their one weakness is flame. Besides, nothing tells the people of Riften we mean business better than a huge column of smoke. I'll give you one good reason. Maven Blackbriar. Burn all the hives, and she'd have to import honey for Blackbriar meadery, which would cut into her profits. We had an arrangement with Maven. We kept an eye on Golden Glow Estate to make sure the honey kept flowing. If the workers had a dispute, we'd rough them up. If competitors tried to buy honey from Arengoth, we'd steal the shipments. In return, Maven allowed us to extort Arengoth and bring in a huge payout. Let me put it to you this way. Nothing happens in Riften without Maven's consent. One word from her, and you could spend the rest of the 4th era in prison. You watch yourself on that island. Those mercenaries don't take prisoners.
So you're the new recruit, huh? Well, looks like you and I are gonna have to get very well acquainted. I'm the fence down here. You come by anything you don't exactly own, and I'll pay you some coin for it. Minus a little slice for the guild, of course. I can also provide a few supplies useful to our trade now and again, for a small fee. Sure, how about I get Dirge to knock you over your head and dump you into the cistern? Look, I've been in this business a long time, and I've seen all types. You can play it tough, or you can play it smart. Whatever. At the end of the day, you'll find that all we care about down here is how much gold you can make us. Good. Then there isn't much more to say. Here's your armor. Just make sure you put it to good use.
Believe I botched the Golden Glow job. Should have been like stealing a sweet roll from a fake.
Well, you could always speak to Delvin or Vex if you're looking for extra work. Or if you're looking for training, we've got plenty of it down here. Delvin, Vex, Neerwin, and Viper can give you a leg up on that.
We all know it. The question is, what's Mercer going to do about it?
Brynjolf, eh? Let me guess. He just plucked you off the street and dropped you into the thick of things without telling you which way is up. Am I right?
How are you feeling, Vex?
See, that kind of attitude comes from someone who wants to get rich and stay alive long enough to enjoy it. We're gonna get along nicely.
Well, I see your wounds have healed, but your
So,
pride still needs some
if you've got the nerve, I've got plenty of extra jobs to help get the guild back on its feet.
We all know it. The question is, what's Mercer
Look
going to
around
do
you.
about it?
The flagon, the guild, it's all falling apart. A few decades ago, this place was as busy as the Imperial City. Now, you'll be lucky if you don't trip over a skeever instead. Look, I know the others think I'm a bit daft for saying stuff like this, but I'm gonna give it to you straight. Something out there is piss-drunk mad at us. I don't know who or what it is, but it's beyond just you and me. We've been cursed. I'll tell you what we do. We spit in that curse's face and turn things around down here. Put things back the way they were. That's where you come in. I've got plenty of work available that could guide us down the road to recovery. All you need to do is ask, and we can both come out of this smelling like a rose.
Very good. I'll tell Brynjolf.
How are you feeling, Vex?
Watch yourself out there.
Pretty angry.
The mercenaries are in Goth hire to train killers. Just ask our poor little Vex.
Well, I see your wounds have healed, but your pride still needs some time.
Brynjolf, something stinks around here. And it's more than just the rat way. We all know it. The question is, what's Mercer going to do about it? Before we begin, I want to make two things perfectly clear. One, I'm the best infiltrator this rat hole of a guild's got. So if you think you're here to replace me, you're dead wrong.
There's a new guard nosing
And
around
two,
the meadery.
you follow my lead and do exactly as I say. No questions, no excuses. Then we understand each other. Good. Now, it's time to get your feet wet. And I don't want to waste a lot of time talking about anything but business.
So, what do you think, my dear? Could a beautiful woman...
I'm not
like
gonna
you
sugarcoat it for
see
you.
herself
We're in a
like
bad
a
way
job
down here.
with me?
Who knows? Old Delvin thinks it's some kind of curse. I think he's crazy. If you want my opinion, I'd say it's just plain old bad luck. You can get out there and start making a name for us again. Make them start fearing us like they did long ago. And while you're at it, make a little bit of coin on the side.
I need to know
Not a bad deal, eh?
what's going on between you and Brynjolf.
How dare you? After all we've been through together? How could you do this to
Yeah, I did. That wood elf's wit. He's a lot
just
smarter
get
than I
jealous
expected.
when I hear rumors about you.
Can you believe that fetcher had
That's
more
all
than
they are,
tripled the guard?
rumors.
There must have been
So
8 of
word.
them in there. It was like he was daring us to come and get him. Well, there's an old sewer tunnel that dumps into the lake on the northwest side of the island. That's how I slipped in there. Should still be unguarded. These jobs aren't gonna finish themselves, you know.
I don't know where you find your sources, but that last shipment of scuba was some of the best quality I've seen in years.
Just got lucky is all. Bumped into someone who knew someone else. The rest just writes itself.
Well, if you like, I'd be happy to take over the operation for you. Take the source off your hands.
And lose out just when the going is getting good? No thanks.
Still have quite a good bit of jobs available, if you're looking for some extra coin.
Not sure if that will cover our expenses.
I handle the fishing, numbers, and bedlam jobs. The ones with a more personal touch. If break-ins are more your thing, go talk to Vex.
Mercer is being Mercer.
Most of the establishments in Skyrim keep their transactions recorded within business ledgers. Your job will be to change the numbers in those books so the shortfalls from our other jobs look legit.
Pretty angry.
Feel like doing a bit of
I
writing.
can't believe I botched the Golden Glow job.
Nice.
Should have been like stealing
Yeah,
a sweet
this is
one.
what you need to know.
Well, I see your wounds have healed. But your pride still needs some time.
Brynjolf, something stinks around here. And it's more than just the rat way. We all know it. The question is, what's Mercer going to do about it? Ready for some work, or are you just gonna wander around all day? I handle the burglary, shell, sweep, and heist jobs. Most of them involve breaking and entering. If you don't like that kind of work, talk to Delvin. He runs the more up-close and personal jobs. Pretty simple. Break into a house, grab a specific item, and get out before they realize what's going on. The catch is you can't kill anyone who lives there, or you forfeit the payment. You ready for some good old-fashioned burglary? Fine, just keep it clean. Here you go.
legendary Argonian craftsmanship. Fresh meats and produce.
Still here. Well, you done or what? Fine. I guess you'll need your coin then. Okay, what'll it be? Good. Got a buyer in a rush for this item. If you hurry, we can turn it around and make a quick profit. Can you get it? Good. Here's what you need to do. Back with good news, I trust? Didn't muck it up, I hear. Good. Here's your share. Don't give up now. There's plenty of loot out there just ripe for the taking. So, feeling loose? How about you run a job for me? Okay, what'll it be? Got a tip on a desirable item at this location. We want you to break in there and bring it to us. What do you think? Whatever. Just get it done. Here's the job.
Maven Blackbriar has this place under her thumb, so just be careful what you say. She has eyes and ears everywhere in Riften.
Beautiful marbles and gleaming gemstones over here.
I worry about what would happen if Maven came to power. Stay alive. Why take a chance?
You can get a room at the Bee and Barb, but mind your coin purse. It's no secret the Thieves Guild makes its home here. Oh, and if you meet Maven Blackbriar, stay on her good side. This is her city, nobody else's. Where do you want to go? Sit back and enjoy the ride.
Depending on the innkeeper's mood, the Winking Scaver can be a great place to kick back. It was my father's favorite.
If you come to Solitude to join the Legion, speak to Ricker. If not, just keep your nose clean while you're here. You'll end up like nobody.
Turn Uncle Rogvir. Tell them he didn't do it.
Positions. Sorry, you need to go home. Go home and stay there until your mother comes.
Get on with it!
You should tell her that Uncle is son that betrayed his High King. Best she know now, Advar.
They're all heart, Vivian.
Rogvir, you helped Ulfric Stormcloak escape the city after he murdered High King Torrig. By opening that gate for Ulfric, you betrayed the people of Solitude.
He doesn't deserve to speak!
There was no murder. Ulfric challenged Torrig. He beat the High King in fair combat. Such is our way. Such is the ancient custom of Skyrim and all Nords. Boo! On this day, I go to Sovngarde.
Gate guard you were!
Good riddance to bad rubbish, I say.
What a waste.
Another corpse for the pile.
This stuff is practically worthless on the market, but I have looted this place many times out of sheer spite.
Why, hello. Here to buy, if you have to ask.
There's an annual festival put on by the Bards College, but given everything the Jarl has gone through, I'd be surprised if it wasn't cancelled. Do you need something? Yeah? Just passing through. I'm a wanderer. I stick around as long as things are interesting, and then move on when I get bored. I was just about to leave when you showed up. No idea. I never plan these things. Maybe west to Markarth or north to Whiterun, whichever way the wind blows. Thanks. You look like you've seen your fair share of travels yourself. What else did you want to talk about? Not exactly. I have good friends in the guild, like Sapphire, but I wanted to keep my independence. I'm not interested in rebuilding a guild or belonging to some club. Oh, and I don't play well with others. Was there something else? Mm-hmm. Wow. Enjoy your last breath.
Tommy Reed. Thanks for following. Ella giggle.
Could sure use a warm bed right about now. In Mara's name was that? Are you all right? This is it. It's all here. These journals are damning evidence of my family's betrayal. Now I can take the fight back to the Thalmor. Without your help, my family would never have had a chance of seeing their home again. Now, at least, there's a chance. Now let's find a way out of here. It's going to hurt. I'll jump when you're ready, and if we're lucky, there'll be a pool deep enough not to kill us. Yeah? After everything you've done, it's time I tell you the whole story. It's kind of a long one. Are you ready to hear it? I wasn't always who I am now. Wanderer, cutpurse. I had a home once, Oakshore, a great estate just north of Hammerfell. The mild winters led to bountiful harvests every year, which made us very wealthy. I was raised to be every bit the nobleman's daughter. We sold crops to the Empire and the Aldmeri Dominion for years. One day, my father was approached by a Thalmor official named Vidric. That day, he wanted to buy more than crops. They wanted to buy Oakshore itself. He refused. Oakshore was our home, our paradise. He wasn't about to let anyone take it from us, but Oakshore was too important to the Dominion. It would make a perfect stronghold and let them keep tabs on Hammerfell. So Vidric made a plan. He harassed my father day and night. Then he sent Gunnar to pose as Stormcloaks who would protect my father from the Thalmor. For a price. Gunnar's men began causing trouble, stealing, hurting people. I knew paying Gunnar was a mistake, but my father didn't know what else to do. He told no one else in Oakshore that he was accepting help from the Stormcloaks. He knew what that would do to us if the Empire ever found out. One night, I followed one of Gunnar's men to a farmer's house. He barged in, demanding ale and bread. When he tried to touch the farmer's wife... Yes, he fought back. He didn't win. I watched through the window as Gunnar's lapdog just slaughtered them both. I ran as fast as I could. I hid nearby as all of Oakshore gathered at the farmer's house, yelling and demanding answers. I decided that this had gone on long enough. I stepped forward and told everyone who murdered the farmer, and that we had sided with the Stormcloaks to try and hold on to our land. They arrested Gunnar, his men, and my family for collaboration with the Stormcloaks. Vidric seized Oakshore, claiming imperial right. Vidric won. Everything that happened was according to his plan. They tried, believe me. I escaped and fled to Skyrim, where I began wandering from village to village. I was angry, confused, betrayed. Oakshore and my family were everything to me, and now they were gone because of me. Try telling that to an 18-year-old girl who just lost everything. Trust me, I could blame myself plenty, and I have for a long time. That was 10 years ago. For 10 years, I wandered Skyrim. I've done things I'd never dreamed of doing just to survive. And then I met you. You showed me what it means to have a purpose, to have hope again, to bring hope to others who need it most. So thank you. My life would be very different had you not walked up to Falkreath that day. And with these documents, Oakshore might one day be ours again. Who knows? You might even get a chance to see it one day. Anything else? Mm-hmm. All right.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? All right then. I can take you to any of the hold capitals. Solitude's been the capital of Skyrim as long as I can remember. Most of the High Kings of Skyrim were Jarls of Solitude first. Well, let's see, what else? The Bard's College is here, and the main office of the East Empire Company. If you need it, you can get a room for a fair price at the Rinking Skeever, just inside the main gate. Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. You ready to go yet? Never been to Whiterun before? The Jarl's Palace is something to see. Dragon Search, they call it. Big old dragon skull hanging on the wall.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle. Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside.
Welcome to my channel.
Welcome to my channel.
Plenty.
TP Fu Fun.
I'd say we're prosperous enough. Most folk don't go hungry, if they're willing to work hard. The city's ruled by the Jarl up in Dragon's Reach. That's the fortress there, up on the tall hill. But you're probably more interested in your Vasker, Mead Hall of the Companions. Their deeds of war and valor are legendary. Aye, that I do. I've got to, if I hope to be as good as Yorland Greymane someday. In fact, I just finished my best piece of work. It's a sword. I made it for the Jarl, Balgruf the Greater. It's a surprise. I don't even know if he'll accept it, but... Listen, could you take the sword to my father, Proventus Avenici? He's the Jarl's steward. He'll know the right time to present it to him. Thanks. Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Battleborn, give me your money. I don't have any money. You better get...
I know your family's honor is important to you, but we can't afford it.
It took me weeks to find that thieves' den. I can't stop now, and I can't get the sword on my own.
So you're willing to starve your wife and daughter to reclaim some rusty old sword?
I just need to hire one, maybe two good men. You won't starve.
I'll put it plainly. You can claim your sword, or you can keep your wife. If you set foot outside that gate, I won't be here when you return.
Saphir! Wait,
beggar.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you. My Saphir doesn't like that I've been spending so much time looking for my father's old sword. He fed his entire family with the gold he made using that weapon. I'm not about to let it gather dust in some thief's trophy.
I ain't asking for much, just a few cents.
I tracked it to a group of bandits nearby. But I'm no fool. I'd need the Whiterun Guards or maybe hire the companions to get it. I don't know why I'm saying this, but if you find it out in your travels, I'd be grateful to you. If you find that sword, please bring it to me.
In each of us, the future of Skyrim, the future of Tamriel. And there it is, friends.
Take pity, lady, and spare me a few seconds.
We are the children.
Oh, let me get out of your way.
Talos is the true God of man.
I ain't done nothing. Only if I can help it. But damn if I ain't almost sober. Hey, in the Bannered Mare, there's this bottle of Argonian ale. The good stuff. Get it for me. They won't even know it's gone. Come on. Argonian ale. I can almost taste it. Well, that all depends on you now, doesn't it?
What then? Do the elves take
Sure. Or whatever.
your businesses? Your children? your very lives?
Take pity, lady, and spare me.
Nothing! Nay, worse than nothing!
Hello, child of Kinnareth. This is the Gilder Green. It was planted as a seedling in the early years of Whiterun. Disciples of Kinnareth could sense something holy in it, and traveled far to hear the winds of the goddess in its branches. They built the temple. Of course, not as many pilgrims these days. To the east of here is a hidden grove where the Eldergleam resides. It's the oldest living thing in Skyrim, maybe all of Tamriel. Our tree here in the city was grown from a cutting of that tree. You can still feel the glory of the mother tree through it. Even its name is an echo. I've thought about that. Trees like this never really die, they only slumber. I think if we had some of the sap from the parent tree, we could wake up its child. But even if you could get to the Eldergleam, you couldn't tap it, not with any normal metal. Eldergleam is older than metal, from a time before men or elves. To even affect it, you have to tap into the old magic. You'll have to deal with the Hagravens. I've heard about a weapon they've made for sacrificing Spriggans. It's called Nettlebane. The hags terrify me, or I would have gone after it myself. Your spirit is strong. Kinnareth's winds will guide your path. It's held in a Hagraven nest called Orphan Rock. Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
We drink to our youth, to days come and gone. For the age of aggression is just about done. We'll drive out the storm cloaks and restore what we own. With our blood and our steel, we will take back our home. Down with Ulfric, killer of kings. The day of your death we will drink and we'll sing. We're the children of Skyrim and we fight all our lives. And when Sovngarde beckons, every one of us dies.
Let's not waste any time.
This land is ours and we'll see it wiped clean of the scourge that has sullied our hopes and our dreams. Once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun from old Warwickstead. And the braggart did swagger and brandish his blade as he told of the battles and gold he had made.
I'm heading home if you need me.
But then he went quiet, did Ragnar the Red, when he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said,
What is it?
Oh, you talk and you lie and you drink all our mead. Now I think it's high time that you lie down and bleed. So then
all right.
Flashing and slashing of steel as the brave lass Matilda charged in full of zeal.
I suppose I could get back home from here. Take care on your journey.
When his ugly red head rolled around on the floor. This is an ode to Skyrim's staunch protectors, the Imperials. We drink to our youth, to days come and gone. For the age of aggression is just about done. We'll drive out the storm cloaks and restore what we own. With our blood and our steel, we will take back our home. Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings. On the day of your death, we will drink and we'll sing.
That is a good thing you did back there.
The boy sought adventure, and for better or worse, you have allowed him to seek it. That is close enough. You are no guard, and there has been no disturbance as of yet, nor do you bring any food or drink with you. In some ways, perhaps. You have the bearing of a traveler, and should know best of all those here that it pays to remain wary, lest the arrow find its mark. It would seem so. Tell me, stranger, what brings you here? There are better pickings for conversation than I, nor do I have much coin to spare. Indeed. You are the first I've spoken with in some time that hasn't immediately asked about the hood covering my eyes. Do not falter. In truth, there is not much to tell. I can no longer see as you do. Yes, your sympathies are well-meaning but unwarranted. It is not such a terrible thing. The loss of one sense enhances the others. There is work for many in these lands, mercenaries most of all. And there are worse fates than to die on the battlefield. Of a sort. Not at the moment. But your own travels must have shown that there is always more to be done. Why do you ask? I admit, there is something intriguing about you. A strength of character that I have not felt in many years. But there are plenty of hirelings around here. Why take a risk on a blind woman, of all things? Very well. I am Eris, the last standing among many. So long as you respect this arrangement, our fates will remain bound. And I will do what I can to assist. These are strange days for your people, Nordling, and for this land. The honor is mine.
You know nothing. Nothing of our struggles, our suffering.
Nothing?
The
And what
smell
of my
honey.
son?
It reminds me of better
What of
times.
Thorold? Is he nothing? So don't talk to me about suffering.
Your son chose his side and he chose poorly, and now he's gone. Such is the way of war. The sooner you accept his loss, the better.
A jester carrying a large sarcophagus.
My son
A curious
still lives
sight indeed.
in my heart. So tell me, Battleborns, where is he? Where are you holding my Thorold?
Do you believe this old hag? Holding him? Why, I've got him in my cell.
And so it begins.
Prisoner, face it, coward. Your stupid son is dead. He died a storm-cloaked traitor. And you best keep your mouth shut before you suffer the same.
Come on, Father. There's nothing more to be said here.
It seems you wish to spread love and joy in these lands. Curious. I did not expect such a thing.
It's and baubles for sale. Oh, right by the
I ain't done nothing. Well, would you look at that? Argonian ale. My thanks, friend. Here, take this here healing potion. I found it in the temple. Not anymore, thanks to you, friend.
Riding in the field
Sure.
of our own corruption, while you have ascended from the dung of mortality. And now walk among the stars!
A few seconds for my supper is all I ask.
Need something? What do you need? Lead the way. I've got your back. I'll head back home if you need me.
Must have. We need to
Oh, did you need something? Lead the way.
Your brother is the Jarl. You know I can't question.
I'm right behind you.
I'm not asking you to defy me.
I'll head back home if you need me.
Use some even suggestion to turn his thoughts to the wall. You're his steward. He'll listen to you.
Leave me out of your intrigues, Hrongar. If you have something to say to the Jarl, say it with your own tongue.
What can I do for you? Lead the way. I've got your back. I'll head back home if you need me.
Damn it, woman, I'm the Jarl of Whiterun. I won't apologize for talking. To my people. Can't protect
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the great warriors? Ah, student of the craft. You'll need to start by learning an enchantment. Take an enchanted weapon or piece of armor, then use the arcane enchanter to learn its secrets. The item is destroyed in the process, so be wary. Once you know an enchantment, you'll need a filled soul gem and something to enchant. You'll use the arcane enchanter for that too. Of course, I have everything you need for sale if you have the coin. A prospective student, are you? Well, I'm afraid I'm not much good at teaching. You should try your luck at the College of Winterhold. I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense. Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task. Take a look. You know... got the aptitude. Should join the...
I serve Jarl Balgruuf as steward. From Adrian?
Ah, this must be that weapon for the Jarl. Poor girl. So eager to prove herself. I'll present it to Balgruuf when his mood is agreeable. Thank you. Please, take these few coins for services rendered. Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.
It's no fun getting pushed around all the time. Yes, Braith bullies me all the time. All the elders think I'm a milk drinker because I can't fight. Nobody understands. If you can get Braith to leave me alone, I'll be your best friend. Forever. I'll pay you too. My whole life savings. 2 septums. Oh, good. She'll listen to you. I just know it. Don't hurt me. You win.
You lost?
Excuse me, but I'm trying to read.
What are you looking at? I'm not afraid of you, you know, even if you are my elder. Yeah? Why? Okay, I'll leave him alone. I was just kidding around. Besides, if he'd only kiss me, I wouldn't have to beat him up all the time. I don't have to take this like
Finest cuts, fresh from the wilds.
Blacksmith in Skyrim.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might have it stored away. You look rather pale. Could be ataxia. It's quite a problem back home in Cyrodiil. Ah, splendid, splendid. It's for a special brew I'm working on. A love elixir like none other. Maybe I'll test it on Farengar first. Oh, but I suppose you expect some compensation. Here. These potions should suffice. As long as you clean up. You know how to use it, right? Mix a couple of ingredients together, see what happens. A little wheat and blisterwort makes a healing potion, if you didn't know. We have plenty of ingredients for sale, too. Take a look.
Come back anytime if you need a remedy. I sell cures for all ills, and I'll be happy to serve you.
It's not easy being a woman in Skyrim, I know. But stay strong, and men will come to respect you, and maybe even fear you.
If there's anything I can help you with, you have but to ask. I offer remedies for ailments both common and... Interesting mixture. Keep experimenting. You'll improve with practice.
Tell me what it is you need.